All right,
Okay.
welcome back to the Boys and Ball podcast, where we talk the latest in sports. I'm here with my boy JT and young Danny D. As always, let's get started. Welcome back, boys.
What's up,
Yeah, yeah,
Chief?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Here
so
we are.
Bruce, my
Here
stance
we
has
are.
changed. My stance has changed once again.
On
Okay,
what?
on the Giants.
What about them, bro? You mean my
So,
Giants are going to the NFC Championship
yeah, yeah, yeah,
game?
yeah. So now
Yeah,
I'm gonna need the Giants to go to the Super Bowl.
No, we will go to the NFC Championship
No, no,
game where
no.
we will lose to the 49ers.
I need you guys to go to the Super Bowl and lose in the Super Bowl for me. But can you have Daniel Jones play 2 games out of his mind?
Bro, Daniel Jones has already played one playoff game out of his
Yeah,
mind,
yeah,
and
yeah. I need
already
2 more.
confirmed. But
I
it's
need
already
2 more.
confirmed that he's secured a bag for next year. He will be coming back for next season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But how much is the bag?
I don't know, but from what I have heard in some articles that I have kind of done a little bit of deep diving in, kind of weed through the bullshit of stuff that's not real news, we're looking at probably at least a 3 or 4 year deal.
Okay, yeah. But just like Kobe said, I'm gonna need more records. I need Daniel Jones to set the record.
For what, bro?
The bag acquired by a quarterback.
Oh, word. So
I
you're
need
telling
him
me,
to get a
so you're
fatter
telling me
contract
that
than
you
Deshaun
want
Watson.
Daniel Jones to make Aaron Rodgers type money
No, no,
and
no. I
Patty
want him.
Mahomes type
I
money?
want him to get a fatter bag than Deshaun Watson. All guaranteed. I need that to be fat. That is what I'm here for. I am an agent of chaos. My team does not make the playoffs, so I'm rooting for the downfall of your 2 organizations.
But mine's the only team that made the playoffs. I know
That's
Dan's a fan of
fantastic.
like
Yeah,
9 teams.
Dan's organization is trash. They have Matt Patricia calling plays. I've
Well,
already won there. Okay,
wait,
now it's time for the downfall of the Giants once again.
wait. Dan's fourth favorite team still in the playoffs. The Cowboys are still in, right?
That's
Like,
true. That's true. Dan does love himself the Cowboys,
Dan
but
is a Cowboys fan.
in the end, you can't stop the Dan bandwagon. He would just find a new team. Because let's not forget, team number 5 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Team number 6, the Buffalo Bills. Dan cannot be defeated. One of his teams will always be in the playoffs. The kid will find a new bandwagon.
no, I just need to start buying like egregious amounts of jerseys, so just keep fucking swapping them on.
It does not matter what team we pull out. If the Detroit Lions had made the playoffs and somehow made it to the Super Bowl, Dan would have had a Detroit Lions jersey. He is a
Dan,
bandwagon of the NFL for whatever team is hot at the moment.
Dan,
Exactly.
I'm gonna need your wall behind you. You see how I got this nice little NY tapestry, and JT's got that nice flag behind him. See, what I need you to do is I need you to like. I want your wall to look like the fucking Canton Hall of Fame with all those busts.
Can
I
you,
just want
yeah,
a jersey.
can
of
you
every
actually just
team.
get one of those like 6-year-old, posters made for like a 6-year-old that just has every NFL team on it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of logos.
Yeah, and then we can just get like a little magnet and we can stick it on whatever team you're hot for that week.
Fuck it. Why not?
Hey, Dan's allegiance changes. We're not gonna finish that. We're just gonna leave that where it is. Dan has no allegiance.
All right, so like I want to talk about the other NFC game. That's not my football Giants. It's going to beat them Eagles tomorrow. You heard it here first. Clip it. But how
Okay.
about them? How about them Niners and them Cowboys, man?
Niners. I
Okay.
mean, in the end, Brock Purdy, 4 touchdowns last week.
Yeah.
He played
He's
crazy, man.
he's a demon. The team is loaded. Nick Bosa is the best defensive player in the country. It is what it
Okay,
is. When you load up on Ohio State talent, you win games.
I guess
Okay.
so.
And they have right now the hottest Ohio State boy in the league on their team. The Niners are going to go far this year.
Facts.
So, I mean, just the reality is the Cowboys let go of some of their Ohio State boys. They're only left with Ezekiel Elliott.
And he can't do it alone.
I mean, they have Noah Brown. I do likes me some Noah Brown, but in the end, he's like a 5th-string wide receiver, so it doesn't really count.
He can't do it alone.
Yeah, and I mean, Nick Bosa can do it alone.
Okay, you know.
They call him the small bear for a reason.
The
Do they?
small bear.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, well, let's take a jump over to the AFC matchups. That we
Well,
have.
hold on. We did not get Dan's take here.
Oh, Dan's take on the Cowboys and 49ers. We know Dan's going to pick the Cowboys. What do we even ask him for? The 49ers are like his 9th favorite team.
No,
Cowboys are number 4. So, like,
I think the 49ers are going to win. Don't you
Wow,
gaslight me.
you're betraying your fandom.
You're betraying. What? This is blasphemy. This
I
is
ne-
absolutely ridiculous.
I never said that I was a fan of.
Not on the pod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I guess
We know Dakota is your favorite quarterback and you want him to go play for the Patriots.
Well, remember, he actually
No.
has been on the pod, but like we have this problem where he does selective editing, so he takes out all of his bullshit. Remember?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Dan does edit out all of the stuff that he realizes will make him look bad.
Yeah.
So
Is that what I do?
in the end, every time he talks about how much he loves the Cowboys or how much he loves the Cincinnati Bengals or the Kansas City Chiefs, he cuts it
It
out
will
because he's
never
like,
be the
oh,
right.
this I can't, just I can't show off how much I just love to dick ride any team that's hot.
Now, can I say what I want to say about the game, or is that not allowed
Yeah,
to
go ahead,
use?
bro. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought you just did. I thought you voted for the Cowboys. Is that not what happened?
No, I
That's what
want
I
that
heard.
boy. I want that boy Brock Purdy to go crazy
Okay.
over there. Yeah, I love me some Brock Purdy.
That's what you just said. Dak Prescott's gonna go crazy.
Okay, and moving on. Okay, now we're talking about the AFC games this week.
Okay, Dan.
AFC
Why
game
do you think
this
hold on. Let's be serious for a second. Why do you think the 49ers win?
Dude, I just obviously Kyle Shanahan is probably one of the best offensive minds in the league.
Dude, it's not even Kyle Shanahan. It's that team is fucking
got-
loaded top to
I
bottom.
mean, the scheme is nice. The scheme is nice.
That's what I'm
The
saying. Like
scheme
you
is
could
good.
you can the thing is you plug in a last of the draft quarterback in who probably was never going to see any playing time otherwise. Now looking like the next golden boy of the NFL on this 49ers team. Yeah, as he got, McCaffrey,
I mean-
Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. Like he's got the weapons to do it. They got a good line. The
And
thing
the
is, like,
defense is pretty good there too.
the defense is super solid.
I
And
mean,
the thing
let's
is,
not act like Purdy didn't have a great college career, though. It's
Oh,
not like he
yeah.
had a mediocre college career and it's like, oh, where did this kid come from? No, him and Brees Hall damn near took over the Big 12.
yeah,
So I mean, he's been playing out of his mind for the past couple of years. He's a veteran. He basically started at Iowa State since he was a freshman.
yeah. No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying like he probably was never going to see playing time if it wasn't for the events that unfolded in this
Facts.
49ers season. But the thing is, like, that's forced him into stardom, being as good as he is, and now he's actually getting to show his talent. But I think if he was on a different team and a different scheme, I don't think we'd be talking about how great Brock Purdy is at this point in the season. It's because of Kyle
that's
Shanahan,
fair.
it's because of the team he's on, and it's because of the scheme.
So
I mean,
are you
yeah, Kyle
telling me
Shanahan's made worse quarterbacks look better.
Are you
Exactly.
telling me that you don't think that Brock Purdy would be this good if he was playing on your Dallas Cowboys? Or your New England Patriots?
Absolutely not.
Or your Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, not even close.
Or your Kansas City Chiefs?
Maybe
Maybe on the Chiefs. Dan
Maybe
doesn't
on the
wanna-
Chiefs. Maybe on the Chiefs. Andy Reid's pretty crazy too.
Andy Reid's kind of a quarterback whisperer. I'll give it to him.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
Like, yeah,
Well,
okay.
well, talk about Andy Reid. You know that Saturday matchup.
Ooh, KC?
Does Jacksonville stay hot?
Dude,
The
I
real
got
question is, does Trevor Lawrence stay hot? He has not lost on Saturday in his career. Did you know that?
Dan,
He
shut
hasn't.
the hell up.
All throughout high school and college football, he's
That's
never lost on
fantastic. He
Saturday.
played in the ACC. No comp.
And he plays in the NFL now. They don't have a lot of games on Saturdays. It's not a good stat.
He still never lost on Saturday. It's
I
his
think
thing.
he did.
It's a fact.
Who do you got in this matchup? Do you have your Kansas City Chiefs, or do you
Of
have
course.
your ninth favorite team or your 10th favorite team, the Jaguars?
You gotta get the numbers straight. But no, I think the Chiefs are gonna. I think this is the end of the miracle run for Jacksonville.
It's the end
Now
of
is the
Cinderella
line
walk.
too big on this game?
What's the line on it?
They got the Chiefs 9.5.
I think it's a touchdown game or less.
Okay. Okay. So Dan's got the line a little too high.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a lot closer. I think
Oof.
Yeah.
I do think if Jacksonville turns the ball over the way they did against the Chargers,
no, yeah.
this is a wrap. This is not a close game.
Yeah,
I see
I'm
this
the
as
same.
I'm going 38-24. Chiefs dub.
Yeah, I think I had when we talked the other day, I think I had like 35-28 or something like that, that last little touchdown win, the pull it off. Patrick Mahomes does what Patrick Mahomes does and leads a drive in 15 seconds to win because the kid can do it.
Facts.
I'll go Chiefs by 21.
You think Chiefs by
Okay,
20? You
Chiefs
think
blowout. He's going
Okay.
Chiefs blowout. All right.
Chiefs blowout. If Trevor Lawrence thinks he can throw 4 interceptions against the Chiefs defense and still win the game, he's in for a rude fucking awakening. Because if you give Patrick Mahomes 4 extra chances to get points on the board, he's probably at least going to score 3 of those times. Probably, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, he will get the ball down the field. You cannot afford to turn the football over as much as they did last week against a team like the Kansas City Chiefs. They will make you pay for it, and it will get ugly fast.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
not
the
going to kick field goals like the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, Andy Reid isn't Brandon Staley, and Andy Reid will take chances to make sure his team stays ahead.
Oh, absolutely.
Whereas Brandon Staley just got too cautious, put his team in, they tried to park the bus, and they just couldn't recover.
So my thought on the Brandon Staley situation, my whole thought is like he wasn't playing to win the game after they took a lead. He was playing not to lose. He says, "Hey, we're up by 27 points, man. Like, let's put this shit on cruise control and let's run the ball out and get the hell out of here."
I think the bigger issue is you got 4 picks in the first half, and you scored 27 points.
How many of those turnovers turned into points on their end?
They got field goals out of them. That was the issue.
Every single one, they got a field goal.
No, not every single one, but 2 of them they got field goals out of.
Yeah, so and I think a couple of them were on
the other 2, or did they like come away with nothing on one or anything like that?
I am not sure on that. Can't give that information. But if you with the Chargers being an offensive team, for the most part, that's their identity. They have some good defensive players, but for the most part, they're an offensive team. Sling the ball around. If your defense comes up with 4 picks in the first half, you have to score more than 27 points.
Yeah,
because Jacksonville did not score until right before half.
Again, like I said, if you get 4 extra chances, you've got to put more points on the board. Field goals aren't going to fucking cut it in the playoffs.
I blame the offense. The defense came to play in the first half. The offense didn't hold up their end of the bargain. They couldn't run the ball all game. And in the end, we talked about this playoff football. The team who runs the ball better wins the game, and Jacksonville ran the ball better.
Yeah. Here's the wild thing is like they didn't even run the ball. Jacksonville didn't even run the ball good till the second half, and that was after
over 100. Didn't he have like 109 or something like that?
He had 109.
Yeah, he had 109 rushing yards.
But the Chargers as a team had 23 carries for 67 yards. In the playoffs, that will not get it done.
That's disgusting.
They held you to 2 yards a carry as a team.
Great.
You are going to lose in the playoffs because Jacksonville ran the ball less and averaged almost 6 yards a carry.
I mean, Travis Etienne is also just a monster.
Yeah, but that goes back to, again, the Chargers, you got to find a run game. I know Austin Eckler isn't an elite runner of the football in the terms of handing the ball off and letting him go. He's one of the best running backs in the league, but that's not his strength. You got to find that 1-2 punch that can, get some carries and have really good running yards there. And the Chargers just don't have that right now. And, they lost, but Jacksonville's run comes to an end this week and they lose.
Alrighty, and now I guess we can turn our heads to our final matchup in the
Well, we got no. We got to talk Saturday games first.
What do you mean?
Saturday games first was what team we got to talk about here, Bruce. You might have talked about them, but we didn't talk about them.
Yeah, you just kind of skipped over them. The Giants versus the Eagles.
That was the first thing we talked about.
No, that's the first thing you talked about.
Yeah, you skipped it over and you said, I'm going to talk about the other side of the football in those Cowboys 49ers. We want to talk about how
we want to talk about the Giants Eagles.
Yeah. We want to talk about how your team's about to get
There's nothing that needs to be said, bro. We're about to dog the best team in the NFC because we just dogged the second best team in the NFC last week. So, what the fuck is up? There's nothing more that needs to be said. The Giants have history on their side in this matchup. Mm-hmm. We've done this against the Cowboys in the past and the Eagles in the past. Whenever we've been swept by that opponent in the regular season, we've then beat them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So history is on our side. Nothing else needs to be said. The Giants will get this dub.
So here's what I want to happen. I want the Giants to win because, once again, I need that Daniel Jones stock to keep going.
You know what I want? I want my Giants to win the Super Bowl this year. That way I can shit down Jesse's mouth about all of the bad mouthing he's been doing about my football Giants since 2016.
So we don't want that. We're not rooting for that. Stop.
That is what I'm
No.
rooting for.
That's fantastic. We want the Daniel Jones stock to go up. So what I want to happen is I want the Giants to win. But in reality, unfortunately, what is going to happen, the better team is going to prevail
You're right.
and the
Giants.
Eagles are going to win.
No. In the 2 matchups we played the Eagles this season, we were missing 3 of our best defenders in both of those matchups. Xavier McKinney, Adoree Jackson, and Leo did not play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it just doesn't matter. They're still better.
All I'm saying is A.J. Brown's good, but he's no Justin Jefferson, okay? Adoree strapped up Justin Jefferson last game. Adoree's going to put the clamps on fucking A.J. Brown next.
Yeah, but that's a scheme issue with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Nah.
You can take it. It's been shown throughout the year. You can take Justin Jefferson out of a game by forcing Kirk Cousins. If Kirk Cousins can't get the ball to JJ instantly, he goes elsewhere and he doesn't look back.
We played a lot of
you were able to scheme Kirk Cousins to not throw the ball to JJ even if he's open.
Well, no, we played a lot of bracket coverage whenever we played against them in the wild card game. We played a lot of bracket. We had shade over the top. A lot of Adoree was lining up on the outside to give up the inside because the inside shade was being picked up by Xavier.
Yeah, and you know what Kirk Cousins does when that happens?
He throws the ball to T.J. Hawkinson and he rips my defense up instead.
Yeah, does not throw the ball to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he did not throw it. He got held catchless basically in the second. I think he did get held catchless in the second half.
That's what I'm saying. He got strapped up, bro. My Giants are not a pushover with all of our best defenders back in the lineup. I understand the Eagles are talented, and top to bottom, in most of their positions, the Eagles do have a better team than we do. But we're going to do the same thing that we did to Justin Jefferson last week, to A.J. Brown, and we're going to tell Jalen Hurts, hey, beat us with your reads and throw it to your number 2 guy. Beat us that way. If you beat us that way, great. If you don't, you're going to lose this game. My football Giants are a gritty group. They're coming to play. Grab your lunch pail and your hard hat for a full 60 fucking minutes. Let's get
Dan,
it done.
What's your take here, Dan? What's your take here?
I really like this Eagles team. I think they're really fired up for this game. I like the Eagles play top to bottom. A really solid team. I think that the Giants are going to struggle to keep up with them. They got a good scheme. They get AJ Brown open, and if AJ Brown's not working, Devontae Smith's going. And I think Dallas Goedert is just as talented as T.J. Hawkinson when it comes to these clutch moments. If not a little bit more clutch. So I think they got 3 solid options, and they're very hard to stop in their read schemes. So I got the Eagles winning this matchup.
I'm afraid of one person on the Eagles roster.
Who's that?
Boston Scott.
Why?
Traditionally and historically, for whatever reason, I can't tell you, 15 of Boston Scott's career touchdowns, Boston Scott has like 15 career rushing touchdowns. 9 of them are against the Giants. Boston Scott eats whenever he plays against my Giants. He's the only person I'm ever afraid of on the Giants. And even fans in Philly, they dick ride that shit. They're like, oh yeah, Boston Scott's the Giant Slayer, man. What do you mean? Like, this guy's a dog out there when the Giants are on the field against him. That's the only person I'm afraid of because Boston Scott eats against us whenever he plays. I'm not afraid of no Miles. I'm not afraid of no Jalen Hurts because the shoulder is still something that the media is talking about. So I don't know if his shoulder's 100% or whatever. So we'll see whenever he takes off the run if he's going to lower that shoulder, if he's going to get blamed.
So, Bruce, I want to say, last week, I was ignorant, and I picked the Vikings.
Yeah.
And I came with the same energy you came, and I was checked by both of you guys who went the other direction.
Yeah.
This week, you were bringing the same energy. So
yeah, I am.
You're getting checked.
Go ahead, check me, bro. And after you guys check me, you can check that final score and see that Giants dub up top, all right? Let's go,
Okay.
Big Blue.
Is that 2 L's paired together because you guys are going to be sent home?
That's a W, bro.
Sure.
Fly away, Eagle.
Last game, I think the best game of the playoffs this round.
Yeah.
Bengals, Bills. We didn't get to see this matchup a couple weeks ago. Some unfortunate incident happened. They kind of, would have got to see a rematch in just a few short weeks. But now there's a lot of questions here because we don't know who would have won that first game. The Bengals have a really good first quarter defense. Statistically this year, they don't allow very many points. But does Buffalo storm late and take the castle?
See, I like Buffalo in this matchup only because it already has been confirmed that two of the Bengals' starting offensive tackles, both of their starting offensive tackles, are ruled out for this game. And I understand that the Buffalo Bills don't have a great pass rush, probably one of the worst in the league. But I mean, even with some of those backup linemen that are going to be in there in this game protecting Joe Burrow, like I kind of expect Joe Burrow to get a little bit more heat from a Bills team that's otherwise not very talented in the pass rush.
Yeah. I mean, the Bills' pass rush really got hurt when Von Miller went down.
Yeah. So like their pass rush percentage is kind of low. So like I expect them to be able to maybe get back there a little bit maybe easier, but like probably not at a more consistent basis
Okay.
with those two offensive tackles out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling this Bills team. I think they're playing with a purpose right now. You know, they're playing for Hamlin. This team's kind of fired up. I think they're ready to go, and I think they're going to win in Orchard this week.
Yeah.
I got Joe Shiesty and the Bengals in this matchup.
Joe Burrow.
I was a little disappointed in the Bills' first half performance against the Dolphins last week. They looked like they came out slow. I mean, yeah, did they turn on late and really pile on the points and make the game look not as close as it was? But it seemed really close going through that first half of the game, and I just don't think that's something you can do with this Bengals team. I think they're gonna eat. If you start out slow, they're gonna eat you up, and they're gonna end up winning. So I think it all depends on how hot the Bills come out to start. If they're coming out slow, this is an easy dub for the Bengals. But I think it's gonna be a good fight through the trenches, and this is definitely gonna be the best matchup of the week.
I think it will too.
All right. Well,
Go Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia, Bruce. When they win, I'm gonna need you to jump through the table.
Okay.
It is what it is. And when the Giants lose, I'm gonna make you jump through a second table.
I can't steal something from the Bills Mafia.
Well, you can stack them on top of each other if you want, and just claim it's for the Bills.
I mean, I guess so, but like we'll know what the second table's secretly for, so we'll be lying to people. We can't lie to people.
I mean, that's alleged. I think the people don't know. You know, they don't need to know, Mr. Brucey. In
What's
the
up,
end,
friend?
you still look like the Sticky Bandit. And this has been the Boys and Ball podcast. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe.